What's up, y'all? So this video is basically just me yapping. No editing, just straight me yapping. Whoever wants to watch this decides to watch this. Um, I am stuck. I I I want to start just posting just more raw things about like how I'm just feeling, and I feel like there's so many things that we store up as people, and that we just don't really talk about the things that actually like matter, right? I don't know if I'm making sense, but I'm gonna start posting just more raw content. I don't want to call this content, just talking with you guys about like how I'm feeling and everything. Um Currently in my life, I'm 21 right now. Um God's been really good in my life. He's done a lot, and he's changed so many things for the better. And every day it's its own battle, but I've just been feeling a bit stuck. I'm not sad, I'm not depressed, I'm not, like, I guess I'm not sad. But like when you feel like there's not really like a purpose, it's very easy to be stuck in your own head, if that makes sense. Like, the reason why I feel stuck, right? So I struggle with this a lot. It's just me being open with you guys. Like, there's a lot of things that I want to do. A lot of things that I want to do. And every single day, it's like, I want to do this. I want to be persistent in the gym. I want to read more. I want to, be more, like, just go out more. And, like, I have all these things, these ideas stored up in my head, and then I just don't do them. And I feel like when all that builds up, like, you get so stuck in your head. And, you know, I feel like I'm just trying this out. I feel like it's therapeutic just talking and just being more open with like a lot of things in general. Like I have this book, right? It's the story of Adam and Eve beginning with their creation. And I'm gonna start reading just in general, because I genuinely just want to do that. But I lack in so much discipline. It's crazy. And it's like, the cool thing about it is, like, if I'm dedicated to something, I'll be dedicated to it for a minute. But like, I'm only focused on one thing specifically. And I feel like that can be unhealthy in ways because I can't like multitask. But I'm trying to just like do things. But I'm trying to find like purpose in them. And I want to bring it back to like, like God and having a relationship with him. It's not easy. It feels, let me correct that. It doesn't feel good, because like it is good. Having God in your life is the best thing ever, and having him as your foundation is everything. But you know I feel like since I got saved, I've just been so driven by God, and like, finding a purpose, and just like sharing the gospel and everything. But I don't know how to go about it. And that goes with so many other things. Like, I have so many goals, but I just don't know how to pursue them. I don't know what to really do um with all, like, different things. But I'm trying to just like figure out life as a 21-year-old in this crazy thing that we have going on every single day. Is like something different. I don't really know, but I guess in this video, like, I'm just sharing what I'm going through. I don't know how vulnerable like I want to be, but I just pray that, like, I don't know, whoever watches this, one person, what I really don't care, but that, like, whoever's watching, just know that, like, it's okay to be confused, and I'm figuring that out right now. It's a process, and that's why I want to read more, genuinely, because I want to like just learn more about figuring out life, and finding meaning in things, and pursuing things that you genuinely like want to do. And I love the verse, when Paul talks about, the things that I want to do, I don't do, but the things I don't want to do, I end up doing. And that's just so true, because like we want to do so many things, but somehow, for some reason, we just don't do it. And man, like it's crazy. Like a lot of the times, and like, again, I'll be vulnerable here, because I don't mind doing it. And it was one of my goals this year, just to be open and everything. I struggle a lot with, how do I word this, with discipline, but also like, being finding motivation, I'd say. um and it's something that like I've learned to like accept, not be comfortable in, but like it's something that I've learned to just be like okay with, and learn to like figure it out through the process. Because like, it does beat me up a lot of the times, when, for instance, like I have a very, very bad struggle with nicotine and vaping. And like, for the longest time, especially like, ever since I got saved too, I'm like, dude, I need to get rid of this. And the spiritual warfare is heavy, really heavy. And I still do it once in a while. And it's a bad habit, and I know it's bad, but I need to learn to just like boast in the weakness, like actually like talk about it, instead of being in my head too much. Um, like I went ahead and I got one today, and I'm not happy about it. I relapsed with it. But first thing I did is I told my roommate, and I go, listen, like, instead of having it behind closed doors, I'm like, hey, listen, I have it on me. I'm not happy about it, but I rather tell someone, be vocal about it, instead of just having it behind closed doors. Um, and just like stuff like that. But and then it just turned to a ranting video, I guess, something like that. But yeah, just like dealing with like other things, like with lust and pornography, and like all these different things that you know not teenagers, I'm 21, but like just things that I guess like people go through, that they struggle with. And I just want to be very honest here. And this is the first time I'm like actually like genuinely trying something like this new, which is very uncomfortable for me. But you know I want to just put out there, and just everything you see that we see on social media, everyone wants to be like, oh, it's perfect. Like, they try to put a mask on something, but like when we're real and authentic, and just honest, then I feel like that's so much more meaningful and impactful. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to find a purpose, um, and a lot of things, because I feel like, I'm at that point in my life, you know, in your 20s, that's you figuring out your life. And I don't want to be too hard on myself, but also I'm a very intentional person. um and just figuring out how to like manage my time with like certain things. um and yeah, like I have a lot of goals. I have a lot of goals that I want to fulfill this year with God. um but and I got convicted about this. One of the main reasons why I'm doing this, and I'm not going to dwell on it, I'm just going to do it, is like I have all these goals, but I have to be vocal. Like I have to talk about it. I have to ask for advice. I have to be open. I have to be willing to know what it's like to like go through the process, actually, because I'm very used to doing things on my own. And if we know anything, whenever we try doing things on our own, most of the time we fail. And so, you know, whatever this video is, this is it. And I'm gonna just start putting, because I want to post more. And I feel like videos like this sometimes is just more authentic. So just me talking, figuring out life. And if you guys have any advice on, just finding motivation through things, or like being disciplined, however that looks like, tips, I'm very open to it. Comment or whatever it might be. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, God bless y'all. Goodbye.